Well, so in this video, we're going to look at more of conditions in programming, and specifically in C++. Okay, so I want to demonstrate how the if-else works in C++. Okay, so as usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new project. Okay, so I'm going to start a new project. I'll call it if-else. Okay. I'll call it if-else conditions. And okay, I'll save this project. Okay, so I don't need this, so I'll do this. Okay, and also, okay, I love it like this without anything in there. Okay, so there we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable. Okay, now for maybe in case you're a bit behind, so in programming or in C++, to declare a variable, all we have to specify is the data type as well as its name. So for example, if I say int, I want to create a variable which is an integer, and then I'm going to call this variable as a mark, okay, or max. Okay, so int max simply means I'm creating a variable max which is going to be an integer. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I want someone to enter, okay, the value in max. So what I'll say is I'll put a C out here and say enter max obtained. Okay, so what I want, this is just a text that is going to be displayed on the screen. Now to let someone enter, we are going to use cin. So cin is what is used to enter a variable, a value in a variable. So if I want what I'm going to enter to go into the variable max, I'm going to say cin, and I'll put the variable max there like that. So whatever is going to be entered here is going to go into the variable max. So then, can I make a program here decide to say this mark which is entered is a fail or this mark is a pass? Okay, how do we do that? So we can make use of now a condition. Now just to maybe illustrate the way a condition works, a condition is just a comparison, okay, and this comparison it can be okay, can have the result, okay, true or false. Okay, that's what a condition is. It's just a comparison where the outcome could be true or false. It's like being told to say 5 is greater than 5. Obviously, you are going to say this is not true, okay, it's false. Okay, just like if you are told to say 10 is less than 5, okay, 10 is less than 14, obviously we say this is what? This is true. So a program can also make such kind of a comparison and evaluate that expression to become true or false. So what's the basic syntax for writing a condition using if? So what you're looking at is basically here, okay, want to use the if structure. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we'll say, so to use the if, we simply put the word if, okay, put the word if, and then put up brackets here, okay. So those brackets here, what we are going to put here is a condition, okay, a comparison, something similar to what we've put up here. Now, I want to maybe determine if the mark entered here is a fail. Okay, so what are we going to do? Okay, what we can do basically, we can say if, so in our if, in the brackets we can put a comparison. Now what are we comparing here? We're comparing the value in max. So we'll say this, okay, this max here. So if this is less than 50, so we're assuming that our pass mark is 50. So we have a condition there. Now what comes next after the condition? Okay, my advice is for now, what you have to do is put up the open and closing curly bracket to mean if this is true, do what starts here and ends there. So meaning the code to be executed if the condition is true is going to be written in between these brackets, so meaning somewhere here. So for example, so here I can say cout, okay, so I can say cout, and then I say this is a fail, okay, as simple as that. So what does this do? This simply means the program will check on the mark entered. If the value in marks is less than 50, the program is going to print this is a fail. Okay. So let's try to run this code here. So say compile and run. Okay. Just save this. If else compiled. Okay. So I'm trying to run this program now. Okay, so this is what we get here. So if we enter a mark, say 76, okay, nothing, won't get an output here, nothing happens. But let's try this again. If we enter a mark, which is say that, okay, we get this option here, we get this output, this is a fail. So this is coming because the program has checked on the mark, less than 50, it prints that. If the mark is above 50, then this won't be done. So this will be executed only if this condition here is true. But what if we want to say something if the person has passed, okay? In that case, if the mark is not less than 50, meaning it's above 50, we can put the other part, okay, where we say else. So what that means is, and if we not always have an else, okay? But in a case where you need to say something if the condition is false, then you need to put up an else. So here we can say else. For example, here you can say congrats. Okay, this is a pass. So in this case, we are saying if this is not true, what is going to be done is what is following the else, okay, which is here. Again, follow this writing convention which I'm showing here. So if this is true, carry out this or that. Otherwise, so the else must be written in the same line as the if, and then the opening bracket here. This bracket can also be here, but myself, I prefer having it there. Okay, else starts from there and ends there. So the program can be made to choose to display this or that option depending on the outcome of this comparison here. So this is the basic structure of how we write an if statement. So running this program now. Okay, so if I enter 87, okay, congrats, this is the pass. And then if I run the same program again, okay, I enter a 43, okay, this is the fail. Good. See you as you look at the next video.